We are going to start by looking at the account holdings first for this manually added account. You have the option to enter the underlying holdings. You can enter the tickers and shares for each holding, or you can select to enter a holding name along with the balance and asset class. This option is for those who want to enter holdings that are not publicly traded and do not have tickers assigned. We will select to add the tickers and shares and then click on Add Holding. We will enter the name, the ticker symbol, amount of shares, and select growth stocks for the asset class. You'll notice that the current balance field auto-populates for you. When you enter a ticker symbol for a holding, WealthTrace will automatically retrieve the daily price for that holding and update it going forward. The only time you will need to edit your manually entered holdings is when you make a trade. You can also enter a holding in here without a ticker symbol. To do that, you would assign the ticker symbol NA. This will allow you to enter the current balance. Once you are finished, you can hit Save. We will go back to the previous screen that we were on and take a look at the next option, which is to assign the account one or more asset classes. In here, you can enter the percentages to apply to each asset class and then hit Save. If you only want to assign the account one asset class, you can select the asset class here. Once finished, you can click on the back arrow and then hit Save. For those that are entering ETFs or mutual funds, you have the option to enter multiple asset classes. If you do not know where to find this type of information, you can look up the ETF in Morningstar, for example, and look at the Portfolio tab. This will help you figure out the underlying holdings and the underlying asset classes. We are going to enter an ETF called Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. We will enter the ticker symbol and the amount of shares. We will click on the option for multiple asset classes. I have already looked up the investment breakdown for this ETF, so I know it is invested in roughly 45% value and 55% growth stocks. Some of this will be guesswork, which is why linking your accounts is so valuable, so that you don't have to do all of this extra work to make your plan projections accurate. When you are finished, you can hit the Save button at the bottom. The account assumptions will vary depending on the account type. We are currently looking at a manually added taxable account. You can choose to exclude an account from a future asset reallocation. You can choose when you want the funds in the account to be used in your plan by either allowing the funds to be used after a certain date, or you can select to use the account after all other accounts are gone. Selecting either of these options will override the default order of withdrawal in the software. For those who are not familiar with the default withdrawal order, you will find it added in the description below the video. You can add any contributions that you are making to the account and indicate if this will change in the future, when it starts, when it ends, and set a growth rate. You have the option to override the annual return that has been calculated from the underlying holdings or asset classes assigned. You also have the option to edit the annual return assumptions for the asset classes, which we will look at later in the tutorial. If you have a linked account where some of the information for your holdings has come in wrong, you can correct this. You can click on the linked account to open the account holdings and assumptions, and then click on the bottom option for account holdings. To edit one of these holdings, you can click on it. We will go ahead and click on NVIDIA. In here, you can change the holding name, ticker, and asset class. If this was a mutual fund or ETF, you can click on the option to edit multiple asset classes instead. It is possible for linked accounts to come through with the incorrect ticker or asset class. You will only need to change this once, as the software will remember your input going forward. If your account has come through with the incorrect shares or with no underlying holdings, you can reach out to us via live chat, or you can email us at support@mywealthtrace.com and we can help you.